So here we are again. I mean, it's becoming a recurring theme on this channel that I have to explain almost like every third or fourth video what I've been doing the whole time. But I really hope that will change in the future. But for now, I want to tell you that I'm fine, I'm healthy, I'm actually living the hobby life that I'm dreaming about right now. Well, not quite dreaming about, but it is pretty close because I've been to a lot of events in the last, well, 3 weeks to be perfectly honest. So every weekend I was somewhere else and it was incredibly motivating and yeah, simply amazing. So I am full with hobby motivation. I'm really excited to get on with new projects. But first of all, I think I have to show you what I did the last 3 weeks. Sadly, most of the footage was on the card that simply died on me. So yeah, that's a huge bummer. So yeah, let me show you. Now, this is my brand new Turnip army. I think it's better if I put them out. Yeah. So, first of all, we have a bunch of brutes. Then we have, of course, bastards, brand new bastards. Our tough with toadies. And the absolute highlight, at least in my opinion, are these huge scuttlers. So what makes those crabs so special to me? Basically, it's simple. I sculpted them myself, completely by hand, no 3D printing, no digital sculpting, really old school sculpting with aluminum foil to bulk out the shapes and an armature wire to have like all these little arms and legs connect to the, well, torso? I don't know, do crabs have torsos? I have no idea. But that's not why we're here, aren't we? I sculpted the whole body with Super Sculpey, of course in work steps, like I was sculpting first here, that area, and then went on to the legs, and then went on to the arms and baked all the intermediate steps, so I don't accidentally destroy my sculpting steps in the process. And after that I went in with green stuff and added a few more details, especially like the hair and the spikes on the legs and here on the arms, because Super Sculpey is very brittle. And I thought, well, all those protruding spikes and areas that could easily break off, I sculpt with green stuff because, well, green stuff is a bit more rubbery and more flexible when it comes to damage and stress. So I think that was a smart choice, at least I hope so. Also on the topic of damage resistance, I used sprue goo, which is simply like old model kit sprue molten in a glass of plastic glue to cover the whole, yeah, basically the whole model. Because A, this makes the whole thing a bit more damage resistant, and B, adds a bit more texture. My painting step was actually rather simple, as you may see. I simply spray painted it from the bottom with a violet and on top with a blue, and then started to highlight the areas simply with dry brushing. I wanted to go with a much more complicated and intricate paint job, but the problem was that I didn't have enough time, so I had to make do with a simple, well, dry brushing and, well, much more, let's say, abstract painting style. But to be perfectly honest, I'm kind of happy with how these turned out. So I think I won't repaint them. I'm not completely sure about that, but I think I will keep it at that for now. Now, the event I made these for was pretty amazing, and luckily for that I do have a bit of footage, so I can show you. Basically, we were like 30 people from all around Europe. We had someone from Sweden, we had 2 guys from Great Britain, we had like a delegation from Camping Hitbash from Belgium, and of course a lot of German players in the wonderful city of Bochum. And the organizer, Gerrit from Grimsnack Miniatures, yeah, basically he organized, together with a couple of friends, a very, very special experience. We were in a location which was actually way above any normal tabletop tournament I've ever been to. So a location was great, the people were extremely nice, extremely great. All the games I played, we all played 4 games, and those games were, well, they were short-lived but very, very intense and very, very fun. Turnip is such a great game because you always have fun, regardless if you win or lose, or you get a glorious draw. I won 2 games, I lost 2 games, so basically the whole tournament was a draw for me. Perfectly balanced, as all things should be. Again, great tournament, great community, and oh, before I forget that, we even had a nice little concert at the end of the event, which was like chef's kiss. It was a very atmospheric dungeon synth concert. I put the music in the background so you have an idea on how it was. That was my first experience on ever to listening to dungeon synth live, and I immediately wanted to pack out my roleplay stuff and started the session. I mean, that is simply great, simply great. Now, for the other weekends, I've attended first KiepenCon, which is like a small miniature convention here also in Germany. And I reconnected with a few people I haven't seen for a long time, especially Obi, the organizer of the whole convention. And secondly, Andy and his buddy from Hagen Miniatures. Hagen Miniatures are the guys who are distributing all the stuff from Bequest Miniatures, who is like one of my favorite sculptors. Not just because he is living like in the next city, but he is also a very nice guy, a pretty great guy, and his style of miniatures is very, very distinct and very, very cool, and I really like those guys. And I also had the chance of playing Space Kids for the first time. Also great game. I really need to kit bash some space orcs for that. And the second one was Swill, which is like a little offshoot from Turnip. And yeah, for that I really need to build a scab, which is like a small boat with a cannon. I'm really looking forward to that. So, and I hope you're looking forward to that also, because I am planning to document that, of course, in the future. And that brings me to the last one. Now let me these are my Shambling Bones. I absolutely adore these guys. I mean, they are so full of character and really have a distinct style. These became very, very topical because I was invited to a small, let's call it Necropolis. It wasn't really a Necropolis 28 tournament, but it was more like a get together and build and craft and play together session. So that was another great experience. I actually didn't make any footage, so if you want to get a few ideas on how it looked, you can jump over on Instagram and check out my Instagram feed, because I made at least a few photos, and the organizer, Paul from Finsterfey Miniatures, which you should definitely check out if you want some cool modular skeletons. He made a few pictures, and also Dom, who you find under McDungeon on Instagram. He made something very, very special for this tournament. Let me show you this. Now, how bloody cool are these? These are mana tokens for Necropolis 28, and you can find them now on McDungeon's itch.io page, which I also link down below. I also linked his profile, of course. So give them a visit, and if you are a Necropolis player and you are not playing with those, you are definitely doing something wrong. So do yourself a favor, get those cards, get them printed out, and I mean, you will blow your enemy's mind with that. And that's what's been happening in the last couple of weeks. I hope this is the last video for a while that goes in that kind of style, in that kind of recap style, because I want to focus more on projects, I want to focus more on building and crafting. My next projects are, well, basically all surrounding Necropolis and maybe a bit of other little smaller games. So I think I won't cover as much Warhammer as I used to, because right now I'm more into the indie side of games, and especially Necropolis, especially Turnip, and yeah, I want to see what else I can build in all those areas in these worlds. For example, our club here in Hanover still needs a fitting Turnip terrain set, and I also want to build a few other Necropolis boards. I have an idea for that, but I'm not really, well, let's say I'm not quite capable to talk about it. There is some stuff happening behind the scenes, and if you have seen me in the last 3 weeks, you maybe even know what I'm talking about, and if not, you will know soon enough. I don't want to talk too much about that right now, because first I have to get started with that. Again, I hope this is the last time for quite a while that we need such a recap, but I am really looking forward on building and crafting again. So I hope I see you in the next one.